sit down at our first happy hour and I realize, holy shit, everybody's gay. It's just like...
Everybody you work with?
Everybody.
What are the chances of everyone at the DHS being gay? What are the chances of that happening in nature at being 90%, 80%, 50%? MugClub Undercover, and we've done, you guys have helped support some incredible work from them, of course, going into this last election. And every now and then we stumble across something that is so nefarious it almost feels as though it can't be real, and we have to double check it ourselves.
Yeah.
And in this case, we have someone who's an unknowing whistleblower at the Department of Homeland Security who reveals kind of something that you all knew to be true, but you hoped was not. It's time for MugClub Undercover. And I warn you that this one is going to be significantly disturbing, but necessary. So Timothy Hagen is a self-described refugee officer at DHS and spoke with our undercover journalist. Listed quite a few things, and I'm sure you're interested in this because DHS, technically you're talking about immigration. This would be something where they're affected. What are the results, or what's the impact, I should say, regarding DOJ and their sort of workflow? We'll get to that. But before that, I want to touch on this one clip that stood out to all of us. It stuck out like a sore thumb, and even that doesn't seem to begin to describe it. Please, if you have children, I ask that you have them leave the room. Okay, you guys have enough warning. Here is Timothy Hagen discussing the work environment in the halls of government that you pay for.
We're all working remotely, so I don't get to see anyone face to face. And we have like our happy hours, like once a month. And I sit down at our first happy hour and I realize, holy shit, everybody's gay. It's just like...
Everybody you work with?
Everybody. Everybody's like a lesbian, gay, or in a toxic relationship. So that was pretty funny.
And by the way, we were able to, in fact, confirm. Yeah. No, Mayorkas.
Oh, wow. Wow. What a great work environment.
Everybody's gay. Everybody's gay. Now
we can learn something here, Stephen.
Take great pride in their work.
Stephen, if you'd like to put on some leather for us, I would appreciate it.
If you want me to put on the beet juice leotard, it's on next day shipping.
Sold out on Amazon.
But let me ask you this, and we'll get to some more information too in just a second, the next clip. You don't trust your institutions, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what are the chances of everyone at the DHS being gay? What are the chances of that happening in nature at being 90%, 80%, 50%? When you go above the age of 30 because of the trendy sort of young millennials and Gen Z, a bunch of them claim to be non-binary queer, but it's been pretty stable as about 2 to 3% of the population is gay. How do you have that many gay people at the DHS unless it is socially engineered? Who is doing the hiring? Is it that, remember that bipolar, FAA operator or whatever, who did that video, something with the Air Force?
DHS, you mean the Department of Homosexual Sex?
Yes. I appreciate that you had to specify sex after homosexual. Like, what do we do? Oh, that.
It needs to be a 3-letter agency, not a 2, boys.
Yeah. Well, it occurs. It's like, hey,
well,
why don't
Department of Homosexual Scissoring wasn't as nice.
No, it wasn't. The lesbians just don't have the work ethic.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It seems like a small thing, but it's really not. It's really not. If you're at the point where everybody is gay, who's doing the hiring? You're worried about bias and are these institutions, are they politicized? Have they been weaponized? Well, let's apply DHS to DOJ to FBI, right? That's not all that much of a stretch. The only place on earth that this kind of a percentage of gay employees, which is a small subset of the population, would be DHS and Hollywood. Let that sink in. Do you think these people represent you? Hagen also went on to lay out how his office, again, your tax dollars, you, the American worker, you foot the bill for everybody, how the DHS offices spend their time doing the really important work, of defending the homeland.
Right now we're doing nothing. Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's kind of a shame. Like they don't because they were like, no more refugee resettlement. So for the past, since the beginning of this administration, we've just been doing paperwork, which is amazing in how boring it can be. We have a coloring wall.
A what?
A coloring wall. Literally a coloring wall.
Oh, coloring wall.
Yeah, we have coloring books because we're so bored, there's nothing to do. So all of our art gets put up on the wall. We've been doing a bunch of training, and we've been giving each other like fake Microsoft Word printout accomplishment letters of how amazing we are. We had like some funny things going though. We had like a training the other 2 weeks ago or so. We were all doing absolutely nothing. We were all like doing like basic like security checks of individuals, which is just checking someone's name and date of birth. And we were all doing this for a week, and we were wondering, why are we doing this? So we spent 2 weeks doing that, and at the end of it, we realized this is just literally just someone just wasting Christy Nomi's time.
But Doge hasn't been in your office yet?
I'm sure they have.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, we're considered immigration enforcement, so we're supposed to be exempt from all these things, but they have not specified that explicitly. None of us trust what's going on.
How could you?
No. It's been like 2, 3 months, 100 and some days now, of just constancy. And it's exhausting in its own ways.
Jeez. Remember the martyrs of the federal worker? It's exhausting doing nothing and having queer parties.
Coloring. We have coloring books and we post our art on the walls.
Yeah, yeah.
How about just fired?
Yes, exactly.
If we've solved the problem, you are no longer necessary, sir. It's obvious. And bye-bye.
By the way, in case you were wondering, and the left doesn't even really argue this anymore, but we're talking about border crossings down over 99%.
Yeah.
If you think that that's a propaganda, just hear it straight from the gay horse's mouth. They're telling you they have nothing to do, and they still can't be laid off or downsized. You're paying for it. Comment below. You want to keep paying for it, or do you think, I think a legitimate purview of government is to keep us safe, but hey, if these people aren't needed, and it's nothing but a bunch of fulsome street fair parties at the DHS office, okay, it's time to get rid of them. And if you want to help, hey, if you see anything out there, any fraud, any waste, any abuse, though I think it's probably consensual at DHS, any corruption, send us a tip, lwctips at protonmail.com. That's lwctips, yeah, right there, at protonmail.com. Our eyes and our ears are everywhere. We have, I'm not going to reveal it. This has been MugClub Undercover. Hey, if you liked this video, you can comment or hit like. You know what, because you and I were a lot alike. Probably like dogs. I like dogs. If you like cats, I don't want you here. I'm not making videos for cat people. I told you, if you're a cat, I don't want you here. I'm not doing it. Not doing it for cat people. Dog person, click there. Cat person,